Hey y'all. Hey, 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 hey. Again, well, first of all, good to see y'all, whoever's in here, whoever's gonna come along. Welcome to Keena's Corner. I am your girl Keena, and I thank you sincerely for being here in my corner. Um, Here on Keena's Corner, I speak facts, opinions, truths, vulnerabilities, and need to knows. If anybody in the comments, if you do comment, just know that I will acknowledge your comments at the end. I can see you when you comment. So if I say something you like, or if you need to post something, comment something, feel free to do so. But like I said, I'll catch them at the end, so I don't stop in the middle of what I'm saying and lose my track of thought, or if somebody my train of thought, or if somebody comes in, I don't confuse them as well. Um, Before we get started, please, 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 if you would give me a like, share, subscribe, like it if you like it. I don't ask that you do anything that you don't want, but I do appreciate it if you would. I need the support. But I mean, I'm most thankful that y'all are here, that you're still supporting me like you have thus far. Uh, Also, please hit the bell for me. And when you hit the bell, like you actually have to tap it and click all so you can see my post, like everything I post. And I know sometimes the notifications are late. That's why I sit about 30 seconds before I actually start speaking because they are late. But please hit the bell for me, hit all, so you can see when I actually do post. So I mean, in the comments, whatever, tell me what you like about this episode, this show, this podcast. I'd appreciate that. So this is episode 4. We made it to episode 4. Applause. And if you read the topic, or I'm not the topic, I'm sorry. If you read the title of this video, it says rule number 1, never be okay or cool with being number 2. Most often I say that if I have to, like, even at work, when we have meetings or whatever, I tell them all the time, if it's something that I keep saying, it's just something that somebody somewhere is not getting, right? Something that you have to keep saying. And it's a topic that definitely needs to be talked about. It's common. This topic is common and it's prominent, and it definitely needs to be talked about. So tonight, listen with your heart, please. Don't listen with your head. I don't even know who's in here. I can't see who's in here. I don't know your life. I don't know, even if you may know of me, I may know of you, or I may know you personally, but still, just listen with your heart. If anything I say triggers you or something like that, if the shoe fit, wears it. But I don't know you personally. Even if I did, if you truly know me, I'm a person that don't judge. It's not my job. I don't feel like anybody's judge. I'm not perfect myself either, and I don't have it all together. God is the judge, though. I'm not your judge. If I say anything tonight that triggers you, though, just something is something for you to think about. Because on this platform, like I keep saying, I'm going to continue to say, is that when we can look at ourselves and we can begin to work on ourselves, and here we want to self-reflect on ourselves and see what we could fix on our own. So again, please listen with your heart, not your head. I'm not judging you. I probably don't even know you. Um, so just to jump into this topic again, never be the rule number 1 is never be okay with being number 2. Before I ever experienced this, I knew I would never do it. I knew I would never be involved in it. Period. People say never, but I've always known I know what I'm capable of and what I'm going to do. And one thing I wouldn't do is participate in being a side to somebody's relationship. Never. There are like way too many toys out in the world to play with literally toys if you want to play with somebody. And playing with people's emotions is one thing that I just don't think is cool. And I think sometimes it's really how you like get hurt, because everybody is not mentally capable like you are. Everybody is not like you. Everybody might not handle a situation the way that you do or you have. Something to think about. So, like I said, before it ever happened to me, it's just something I knew I would not do. Um, for one, um, for me personally, I'll never be okay with intentionally hurting somebody. Never. And that's not to say I have not done wrong to others, hurt anybody. I said intentionally. Intent. We talked about that word in episode one. Intent or intentional means on purpose. That means you know what you're doing. So I will never be okay doing that. That's my first reason right there. A second one, I just simple as I can put it, I wholeheartedly believe in God and in karma, and I don't want them problems. I do. I do believe in that. And then third, like I said, it's been done to me, and I just don't wish the pain on anybody. I wouldn't want to do that to anybody else. And this is how I feel about it. So again, just to further explain these reasons, intentional, like you did this on purpose. What I mean is, if you're the side in a relationship or marriage, like any type of commitment, you are hurting someone. Sure, they may not know about it at the time, but when they find out, it's going to hurt them. And I don't think you should ever be comfortable, you know, being able to intentionally hurt somebody. I don't think you should be comfortable doing it. I know there's reasons behind it sometimes, but you should never be comfortable being able to hurt somebody on purpose. Again, that's what intentional means. So, like when their partner finds out it's going to hurt them, it's like you should not be okay bringing pain to others. Just pretty much, that's what I'm trying to say. And then my second one, like I said, God and karma. I do believe in God, and I do believe in karma. I believe if you sow good seeds, you'll get it back good. I believe if you sow bad seeds, it'll come back to you the same way. Um, One thing to remember about life, I think, period. Um, you don't. My mom says it all the time. You don't get away. Oh, I'm sorry. You don't get away with karma or doing people wrong or and thinking you're gonna prosper. You don't get away with it. You simply get by for a time. I believe eventually what you do to others will come back to you. I do. And then the last one for me, of course, would be experience. Like I said, I've experienced this, y'all, and it just don't feel good. It's not a good feeling. Um, Stuff like this, please don't make it like don't let it make you bitter and then you want to inflict some type of pain on somebody else simply because it happened to you. That's not the way to go about it. So again, rule number one, never be okay or cool with being number two. Your priority is not to be the main. You hear people say main lady or main this or main that. That's not your priority. Your priority is to not be the main or an option. Your priority is to be the only one, the only. You should be know your worth enough to where you're not willing to share or you're not willing to interfere in someone's connection. You have to know your worth. Uh, this one irks me, especially you see a lot of women and stuff like this online because it's common these days, and they'll say something like, "Well, he know where home is, and he coming back home." Yeah, he does know where home is, but I can assure you, he knows where hers is too. You've got to know your worth. Most of these episodes are going to go like kind of coincide with each other. Um, and back to episode one, self worth. You have to know it. Um, Most of the time, it don't matter what people tell you and how they tell you they like what they're doing and they like their situation if they know their side or if it's happened to them and they're cool with it. Not all the time, but majority of the time, I'm just gonna tell you that's major cap. Major. Everybody pretty much wants somebody that they can call their own and they don't have to share. And that's just period as well. You can say what you want, but most of us, I said most of us, some people are cool doing what they do, but it's very few. And if most of the time it's going to have something to do with inner, where we need to reflect and look at ourselves on the inside because something is wrong. Like I said, usually if you're okay doing what you are doing, like I said, look on the inside of you and sit down and see what it is. Sit still and work on yourself. Sit still and try to hear yourself. Usually it comes from like self-esteem issues and definitely confidence issues. Very few people, like I said, really have no problem with what they're doing. But most of the time, most of us do want that one person that we can literally call ours and we know we don't have to share. There's peace and comfort in there. And it's not peace and comfort. I don't care what you say when either you're selling for it or you are the side. No peace and comfort in that. Now, this one somebody need to hear. I don't know who it is, but one day somebody will hear it. Majority of the time, and I say majority as in most, okay? I'm not sure about all the time, but majority of the time, please know that he or she is not, if they are in a long-term commitment, if they are married, most of the time they are not going to leave their mate for you. Let that one sink. Again, majority of the time. Not proving that it's all the time. Majority of the time, if you are that side person, they are not going to leave their long term partner or spouse for you. It don't matter what kind of promises they make, what they're doing for you, what they're funding for you. Um, Most of the time, they're not going to leave, and it's like you're holding on to the every word they make promise to you every week, and it's like now it's kind of like they got you stringing you along. Really, you're a puppet, and they're stringing you along and you're hanging on to this person's every single word. And it's like kind of so they're controlling you. You're a puppet on a string. They're controlling you, but then you let somebody control you that already belongs to somebody else. Like, how does that shit even work? I know that's got to sound funny to somebody because it is like, and the situation is not funny, but just think about that. Think about it. So again, somebody please remember that a lot of times, like I said, if you are comfortable being this side or being this, person on the side, a lot of times they are not leaving whoever they're with for you. They are not. Um, I got another point. This one may sting, but again, please listen with your heart, not your head. I don't know you. I'm not judging you. Again, we want to look at ourselves so we can begin to work on ourselves. Please. Please know that if this is you, if you've ever been a side, if you are the side, please know that does not make you better than the one they cheated with or they cheated on. Sorry. Again, if you were chosen as a side or if you are, the side, please understand it does not make you better than the one they cheated on. It don't matter if you're man or woman. It does not make you better. Really, in reality, honestly, it makes you weaker because you're accepting less. You are accepting what somebody else wouldn't. They ran from somebody or they pretty much you're not holding them accountable. That other person, whoever it was, pretty much wouldn't allow them to do what they did, to cheat. It does not make you better than that man or that woman. It makes you weaker. I hope y'all understand what I'm saying. You're willing to accept this person's behavior when somebody else wouldn't. Somebody else held them accountable. You are willing to accept it. So that does not make you better than the one they cheated on. I just need you to know that. It does not make you better. It makes you weaker, babe. Man or woman. It makes you weaker. Um, and eventually, like I said, karma. Eventually, it's coming. Coming. It's really coming. That honestly, the same thing is probably going to happen to you. Not always, okay? These are not always, but more often than not, the same thing will happen to you. It's like a cycle. It's a cycle, a never-ending cycle. Actually, if you don't put an end to it, a never-ending cycle. This person already knows that you're okay with cheating. They know you're okay with it because y'all did it together. Maybe you were their side. They know you're okay with cheating, so they're probably more often than not they're gonna do it to you as well. Please understand that. Please know that. It's like again, Usually, if you are comfortable being aside, you have some usually like self-esteem issues or confidence issues. So it's like honestly, your worth for you is not where it should be. So it's pretty much like you're taking the attention that you can get. You don't care how you get it, you're just taking the attention that you can get, even if it comes in the comfort of someone else's boyfriend, girlfriend, wife, husband. You don't care. You're just taking the attention that you can get. So they already know that you're cool with cheating. They probably know that you have some inner issues, and they're gonna use it to their advantage. So most of the time, literally, it will happen to you that you're cool with it. They'll do that same thing to you. Most of the time, please, y'all, we have to know our worth. Know your worth. Know you deserve better. Know you can do better because you're worth more than. Don't accept. Don't settle. Don't compromise. Not even a little. Um, Like I said, mostly you're easier, you're convenient. Know that if someone truly had respect for you or their person, there would be no competition, period. If they had respect for you, themselves, and that person, there would be no competition, period. You you may think that you're the person that they will do better for. You may think that you're the person that can make them a better, just a better individual or make them stop what they're doing. You may think that you're the person who's going to change them. A person is not going to change for you. It has to be within them or something they want to do themselves. And often, still, when you feel this way, they ain't gonna do it to me, or I'm better. I'll be the one that they do different. They'll do right by me. Most of the time, it's not gonna go that way either. It's not gonna work that way. If you accept less, just be prepared to continue to get it. What we allow absolutely will continue. It will continue. A lot of times it does not stop with you. Whatever they were doing prior to getting with you, however you got them, most of the time it's not going to stop. You will not be the one that they just all of a sudden change for. And I know how that saying goes. You hear as well. People are like, well, I didn't owe them any loyalty. I don't owe them any loyalty. That's very true. That's very true. Example, I get in a relationship, or I'm sorry, I start talking to a guy and I know he's in a relationship. Okay. And I say, well, I don't owe his girlfriend. I didn't owe her no loyalty. That's absolutely correct, y'all. That is a true saying. You don't. You don't. You don't owe them no loyalty. Their partner did. Their partner did. And you can't be mad at that other person. You know, they don't owe you any loyalty. Your partner did. Very true. Um, but you don't owe their partner loyalty, but you do owe yourself respect. Again, very true. You did not owe their partner loyalty, but you owe yourself respect. Just knowing your worth and respecting yourself will keep you out of situations like these, y'all. They will. I mean, yes, in connections like this, yes. I mean, yes, you were invited in. Uh, hell, uh, uh, you were invited in by someone that might even left the light on for you, like Motel 6. But it's like it's just a matter of respect for yourself, for you knowing your worth. Um, and this period, it really gets no different. Or I mean, there's no easier way for me to say that. Again, if this has happened to you, I encourage you not to hate anybody, any parties. Like you cannot hate that person, whoever who you feel interfered. It's a lot to walk around, y'all, with bitterness in your heart and hate in your heart. You can't hate this person. Again, it's very true. Um, to an extent, the saying is very true. The other person did not owe you any loyalty. You've got to take that up with your partner. Your partner owed you that. It makes it harder when like the other person knew about you. It does make it harder for you to move on, to forgive. But a person like me, I believe it. Like I said, I believe in God and karma. I'm not the type to get a lick back. I'm not the type to cheat back. Again, I don't play with people's feelings. I don't do things like that. I'm not the type to seek out revenge. I just know who I serve, and he'll get you back. And you can't sit around waiting for somebody to get their karma or waiting for them to hurt. That's not cool. You sitting around waiting for somebody to, You see them hurt. You should never take pleasure in other people's pain. And I've been there. I ain't gonna tell you that lie. I've been there. Want to sit back and have my popcorn just waiting. But you sitting up there waiting to see somebody hurt, and shit, life is passing you by. But you sitting up there looking at other people. You ain't looking at the blessings that you have in front of you. I have been there. So it's not your job to hate anybody. Get that hatred out of your heart. Forgive them and forgive yourself too. That's the only way you're gonna be able to move on. And then when you do all that again, what we said in first episode one, you have to sit still and heal. There was some reason that you either did it or some reason that you either settled for it if it happened to you. Period. Period. There was some reason that you accepted it and you knew it was being done to you, or there was some reason that you interfered in somebody's connection. This period. There was some reason that you did it. Sit and think about why. You ain't got to comment. I don't know who you are. Just think about it. If this has ever been you, again, I'm not judging you. I'm the little sister or whoever to you that anybody could tell you I don't judge people. I don't care what you tell me. But if you want my honest opinion, I'll give it to you. You get mad if you want, but you shouldn't ask me. Um, like I said, if you've been aside, reflect. Just think about why you did what you did. Like there's just something for you to think about. Why did you do it? Most of the time, like I get it, I always come back to knowing your worth. Knowing your worth. If if it's been done to you, still it don't give you a right to go do it to somebody else. Say for instance, for me again, um, or and then this happened to me, and now I'm just like, man, fuck it. I'm just gonna do this, or I'm just gonna. I mean, ain't nobody care about my feelings. Ain't nobody spare my feelings. So why should I care about anybody else's? I will never ever be okay with that. Again, you should not be comfortable hurting other people intentionally on purpose. Like you know what you're doing. You should not be comfortable doing that. Period. You should not. Things like that don't let it make you bitter. You just got to sit and work on yourself. It ain't about the healing part is about you. Understanding why you sat and either accepted it or there was you played the role and interfering in someone's connection. That part is about you. Sit and work on yourself. Um, if you were, say you were lied to, and it happens, you were lied to and you didn't know like whoever you're dealing with was involved with another person. Say you were lied to. Um, you still have to choose you. You still have to choose you. And I say this because when emotions get involved in it, it's hard. Y'all, it's hard to walk away from situations, relationships, commitments, marriages, what have you. It's hard because the emotions are in it now. It's very hard, but at some point you still have got to choose yourself. I don't care if you call yourself loving somebody. At what point do you choose yourself first? You've got to. If you are accepting this or are if you are doing it, you deserve better. You deserve that one person to call yours. I don't matter how many times you've been hurt. Don't matter how many times you feel like you met women or men who ain't shit. I feel where you coming from. I feel where you coming from, but you repeating the same thing. Like I said earlier, it's a cycle. You're gonna keep either being the side or you're gonna keep accepting it, and neither is cool. Both of them stem back to not knowing your worth. Period. Um, like I've been saying, if your confidence, your self esteem, your worth, your self worth is not up to par, these situations can happen to you. You will either be comfortable being aside or you will accept it being done to you. And um, neither honestly is good for you. The attention that you seek should not be sought out by someone who is already involved. The attention that you seek or the attention that you seek should not be sought out by someone who is already involved. Period. If you do wish to be the main one day, again, who's to say that it won't happen to you? Who's to say that? The saying, how you get them is how you lose them. It's something for somebody to remember. Because majority of the time, the same thing is going to be done to you. Usually, what like if you are a side, usually what somebody is looking for is like I said earlier, someone who's easier, someone who's more convenient. Um, Again, it's like you're just taking you're taking the attention that you can get, even at the and seeing others in pain or at the cost of others. Very inconsiderate, but that's what you're doing. If they can't love you publicly, don't let them do so privately. They can't love you publicly, don't let them do so privately. And in, commitments and things of that nature, you should absolutely be private. I'm not telling you not to be private, but don't be a secret either. Like, don't let nobody be out here hiding you for real like an Easter egg. That ain't it. That ain't it. You deserve somebody of your own. Period. Again, if you value yourself enough, you wouldn't be aside or accepting your partner stepping out on you. And it's Joe's effects as well. I've been there. But it all stems from not valuing yourself. When you don't, I promise you, again, like I said, you're gonna stay in these situations you know you have no business being in. Even something like this, which is toxic as fuck, I think. I truly do. And I know that, for anyone who's been, there are benefits if you've been aside. There are benefits, I know. Um, they're gonna be, it's hot and heavy. Y'all just met, sex probably good and stuff like that. You can do what you want to with them, and then usually somebody got to go back home to whoever. Somebody's got to go home, so you're not gonna be arguing all the time. If it's a man, he's usually gonna be funding some bills for you, taking care of stuff for you, um, you know, kind of helping you out. You don't have to see him all the time. And like I said, whatever, even if y'all arguing, which you really won't, then they can leave. You ain't even got to deal with them. Those are benefits, but still, don't sell your soul. Don't sell your soul. You're worth having that one person. You are worth having that one person. Y'all. So I think this was pretty straight and cut to the point. We're about 27 minutes, so that's good. Um, I'm pretty much done with this topic, but I do just y'all sit and think about some of the things that I said on this. These are my thoughts on this episode, episode 4. Rule number 1, never be okay with being number 2. Not cool, y'all. Before I leave, y'all let me know who's in here. Come in and say something. Please. I ain't threatening you. Just come in and say something. But before I leave, I do want y'all to know I'm thinking about doing 2 episodes a week. And I'm thinking about doing like maybe the Tuesday, I'm making it a fan's choice, if that makes sense. Like the one I did last week was a fan's choice or just a topic that somebody chose. And it was about the bills, like who pays the bills in the household. So I'm thinking about doing 2 videos a week, one on Tuesday, and then keep this one on Thursday. Let me know what you think about that. Y'all in here? Y'all gonna come in and tell me hey or something? How you doing? Good night. Hey, mama. Uh, but anyway, I am thinking about doing 2 episodes a week, guys. Like I said, Tuesday and Thursday. Tuesday, maybe if I do it, I'm not sure yet. Tuesday will be a fan choice, whatever topic that y'all suggest to me that I have, and then I'll keep Thursday night. So let me know what you think about that. Um, I guess y'all ain't gonna say nothing. Well, I thank y'all for tuning in and for messing with the girl. If you like, please comment, share, subscribe, like it if you like it. Don't be player hating. Like it if you like it. I ask that you click the bell notification. Click on the bell and then click all. What up, stepdaddy? Um, please do that for me. Uh, let me know if you enjoy it. Like I said, if you come back later and watch this, what's up, cousin? Thank you for tuning in, baby. If y'all like this, let me know. Like if you coming after this live is over and you see it later on, I appreciate y'all for stopping by. Let me know. Also, if you are on the podcast sites, I will get this video edited tonight. And later on it'll be available on Hey LaShawn, I'm making spaghetti. Will save me a plate. Thank you for tuning in. But like I was saying, if y'all are on the podcast sites, I'm on 4 right now. I'm on Spotify. I'm on Google Podcast. I'm on iHeartRadio, and then Apple Podcast. I know most of y'all have iPhones, so if you would do me a favor, Podcast is usually already on your phone. If you are on Apple Podcasts, please go there and just search Keena's Corner, and follow the show. And what I mean is, you have to click on an episode, and there are three dots in the right hand corner, upper hand corner. If you would click it, and then you have the option to follow show. Also, if you like this show, this platform, the things that I say, if you are a fan, I appreciate it. If you would, for me, I'd appreciate it if you leave me a rating and a review. A rating is just you clicking the stars, okay? And then a review is the actual words. I only have one so far, but I'm thankful for it. We are growing, or I'm growing here, and I thank y'all so much. I got pretty good plays on Spotify, and I have pretty good, I guess, decent on Apple Podcasts as well. So I really thank y'all again for stopping by, for tuning in. Please let me know. Like I said, comment and let me know what you think about this episode. Again, I'll get this edited later on, and I'll see y'all. I'm your girl Keena from Keena's Corner, and I appreciate you for being in my corner. I am out. I'm signing out. I love y'all. Good night. Mm.